Hi everyone, this is Dr Mike Lloyd from the CTAG Clinic. I'm reporting from the ESTD Conference in Brussels. That's the European Society for Trauma and Dissociation. It's a wonderful organisation, and every couple of years there's a conference being held in a European city. I managed to be able to get to Brussels this time, and I've just spent the day on the first full-day workshop with David Elliott, a consultant clinical psychologist from the United States, looking at basically attachment theory, going through everything and looking at the importance of attachment in all of the work that we do with complex trauma. There was quite a bit about dissociation, which was really nice to see, so thank you, David, for mentioning that. But the focus was largely on sort of maintaining earned security using attachment systems of imagery and mentalization and metacognition. And it was using David's and Daniel Brown's approach for the 3 pillars. So this was a really interesting one. It's definitely something that I'm going to be looking at and using and discussing with the team when I get back to the UK next week, because anything to do with attachment absolutely has a role in the work that we do in complex trauma and dissociation. It's fascinating to see how many areas it turns up in, which shouldn't be a surprise because we all know that attachment is often at the basis for the development of our personality, the development of our identity. And therefore, when things go wrong in the attachment processes, so with insecure attachment, disorganized, ambivalent, avoidant type attachment systems, those insecure type attachment systems, they can really catalyze an awful lot of difficulties for people to experience throughout their life. And David was talking a great deal about what happens prior to 24 months old. So the absolute importance of the first 2 years of correct parental caregiving assurances, safety mechanisms, being attuned to the infant, to the child. These can have an enormous protective quality throughout the rest of life. And obviously when that isn't present for all sorts of different reasons, then many things can be much more difficult for a person in their adult life than would be experienced. And the metacognitions and the imagery approach to working with secure and insecure attachment systems was absolutely fascinating. So a very good first day. It's the whole thing today. So it was just David doing an entire talk. That was my choice from one of the workshops at ESTD, and over the next couple of days there'll be the more kind of ordinary conference program taking place, which looks again very interesting, with many different speakers talking about a great deal of different subjects. So that's a little bit of an oversight. I'm going to be meeting up with some friends in Brussels, and we're going to talk about it, hopefully have something nice to eat and see what the city has to offer. So thanks very much for listening, and take care of yourselves.